Oh man, it should probably be a crime as much as I cook in my van. Woo! I can't wait till my oven gets here. So, how I stay warm and prepare for the winter? Well, the way I prepared this year, because when I first started van dwelling, I started in the winter. So it when the summer came, the summer was the hardest part for me and not the winter. So I feel like I didn't have to do much preparing this year, but um I did a little bit more preparing than I did last year because I had more time this year. So what I had done this year is I've added insulation. I've taken out everything that uh basically um, all the interior walls that had to do with the actual van itself when it first came stock. I have taken all those out, replaced them all with wood walls, and just piled insulation in back of that. So last year, I all my windows were basically just had reflectors on it, and now I've covered up three windows and I've put insulation completely. Like, so if I was to open one of those windows, back here, insulation would just pour out because this whole wall is just completely insulated now. And I plan on opening that wall back up. That's over there by my stove. That's why it's not done yet, so I can put more insulation back there. I'm not too worried about it because I think I've done a pretty good job. And another thing I've done to prepare for the winter is added the partition wall over there with the door, and put that foam in the door, so when you close the door, it can I forgot what kind of, I think it's just like door seal foam or something like that. So that's what I've done. Just as far as van, just as far as trying to make the van a little bit warmer in the winter. Try to keep the warmness in, and I think I could definitely feel that because it's been plenty cold nights so far that them dip down into the 30s where I'll be back here sleeping pretty fine, and then I'll open that door up. I'm like, holy cow! It's at least like a 15 to 17-degree difference in temperature, and everyone that knows me that's been watching my channel knows that I don't run my buddy heater all night long. I run it for 30 minutes at the most, and I do that uh, uh, like every 2 hours or something, depending on how cold it is, just to take the chill out the air. I don't want to run it all day, every day. I just run it a couple of minutes at a time, then shut it off, and then once it starts to get back cold, I'll turn it on to take the chill out the air again. Um, so I've got a buddy heater. I've got my walls completely insulated. And another thing you want to do, you always want to, when it's the winter, you always want to sleep with socks on. Um, Wear some type of sweater or a hoodie. Trust me, you'll just get used to it. It'll feel like second nature, just like when you're, just like in the summer, you sleep in less clothes. You just get used to it. So when it's colder, you just automatically want to bundle up a little bit more and keep yourself warmer. So I'm always in a sweater now and some type of pants and socks. And if it's really cold, I'll put I don't know, a hat on my head or something. But for the most part, once I get in my sleeping bag and I use my cover here, and it's like really, really warm, and I don't have any problem sleeping. So other than that, I mean, I haven't really had to prepare much for the winter because I already knew going into the winter what to expect because I started out in the winter last year. So This year I just pretty much uh, did more insulation. That's really the only thing I added is more insulation on that partition wall to seal off the front from the back. And so that partition wall offers a couple of different things. It offers to heat that front cab up a lot quicker. Uh, so in the winter, when I get in and it's cold, I can just turn the heat on and it heats up a lot faster up there because it doesn't have to heat up all back here. But then after I like immediately get in and it's pretty cold, I mean pretty warm, then I'll open up that door and let it start flowing back here so it'll heat up back here and stuff can start to get hot. While I'm at work, I plug my van in to the outlet at work and I let my batteries charge because it's winter. You're not getting as much solar, so I let my batteries charge. And I also plug this heater in on low and just set it on my counter. And it has a safety switch here. So if it falls over in the van, once that safety switch pops out, it's gonna automatically stop. And the reason I use this is because once I do getting back at the van after work, I go straight to the gym. And then this basically it's like a dryer. If you think of a dryer and you think of your covers in a dryer all day and you get them out and they're so hot and warm, if it's like a cold day, you're like, oh my god, this feels so good. And that's what this does for me. It gets everything in here hot, nice and toasty. And once I get back here, before I go to the gym, I could chill for a little bit and get some warmth. Everything's warm. So I'm really not in the van that much during the week because I gotta go to work. I'm at work for 8 hours a day. Then I go to the gym. I'm at the gym for a couple hours. Then I come back to my van and I get in my van and go to sleep and do it all over again. So really, it's the weekend. So the weekend, I don't plug that heater up to the building. I don't plug that heater up to my generator. I just run my buddy heater for the most part and just turn that on and off when I need to. So I just try to keep warm as best as I can by because you don't always want to be in here laying down and being in a sleeping bag and stuff. So I just try to put on some warm clothes, definitely keep socks on, and just chill like if you were in a house or something. I mean, people think, oh, like, what do you do when you're in a van? Well, what do you do when you're in a house? It's the same thing to me. I mean, the only thing is I can't stand up. That's it. Other than that, I mean, I pretty much look at it as I'm in a house and I'm going to continue my normal life. I'm going to sit there and play the game, watch TV, watch movies until I got to go to work or off work. So tomorrow is one of those rare days where I've taken a vacation day because it's November 3rd. It's my birthday. Wait, why am I celebrating that? I'm getting older. Right, but yeah, so I'm gonna be in the van all day and I'm just gonna be pretty much hanging out. Might go out with some friends later, I'm not sure, but we'll see what happens. So that's how I stay cool in the winter. I just bundle up, make sure you have insulation in your walls. I want to say this, when I first got this van, and because I knew right away there's no insulation in these walls. Like, you pull these walls off, there's a thin piece of little microfiber. It's like taking this is just a rag, taking this and basically doing that, and it's about as thick as that. That's it. And if you ever get into a car, a normal car in the winter, You get in there and it's freezing, and the reason being is because there's very, 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 very little insulation, very little. So that's why my advice is always, that's why you always see people insulating cars, because there's really little to no insulation in stock manufactured cars. I mean, they weren't designed like normal cars, and normal vans weren't designed to be lived in. So you actually have to design them to be lived in and not just traveled in or something. I don't know. You gotta design them for your needs and to keep you warm and to keep you cool, and to so you can cook in it. Because if you cook in a normal van or car, you have that what is it, like fiber ceiling or something, and what's going to happen is you're going to cook and all the smoke and stuff is going to get trapped into that fiber. It's always going to be smelling like you cooked in it. You're never going to be able to really get that smell out of there. So that was another reason why I got rid of my old ceiling. So those are my tips to you. Definitely, if you're in this for the long haul, insulate your vehicle. Find some type of heat source always. Definitely get a sleeping bag, and wear warm clothes. Obviously, wear socks if you need to. Wear a hat. There's not going to be too many cold nights, but I'm in Michigan, and I definitely expect it to get around 15 or 10 degrees. And I think I'm going to be fine, because last year I had less than I have right now. And I've been looking forward to the winter. Like, the only time I thought I made a bad decision living in my van was this summer. So now that the summer has passed, I know what I need to do next summer to cool myself down in the summer. And I'm definitely going to be making modifications to this van for the summer to exhaust the crap out of it. So the key for the summer is exhaust, exhaust, exhaust. So, but that's another video for a whole nother season. So I'll catch you on the flip side.